Hello there everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Gain Ground. Last time we took on China before Revolution. Someone in the comments pointed out we don't actually know which revolution it was, but let's be honest, it's the Communist Revolution. And we are going into a stage exclusive to this version of the game, the Genesis version, which is the Modern Age. Apparently, it's the toughest one in the game, but to be honest, I haven't found it all that bad. Tricky, yes, but compared to some of the others in the game, not too bad. By this point, we do admittedly have a massive plethora of characters, so we have a lot of bodies to get through realistically before we start running dry, but again, it really isn't too bad. Now in this stage, I find Mars is probably best. Again, it's a case in a lot of situations between Mars and Verbal at this point as the two bow-wielding characters. That's a little bit annoying, but easily salvageable. We're going to get the other Mars out. I think we should be fine. The one thing that I think would make the Modern Age a bit trickier, if I was judging it, than all the others, is the fact that basically everyone at this point is a ranged enemy, and the hitboxes on their projectiles aren't the best. So you are occasionally sniped by something that really feels like you shouldn't have been. But this stage isn't too bad. So long as we avoid all of the bombs, which I get the feeling could probably look more dangerous than they actually are. I get the feeling their explosions probably aren't as big as their attacks make them out to be. And now we've done that, we're going to just lead Mars out of the arena. We'll get Gaston, I still don't really know what his name is exactly. We'll just grab that, quickly walk out. And then we'll get Robbie in to clean out this final guy. Easy. I suppose this is Modern Age for 1988, so there's significantly more arcades than you're going to see in Modern Age. Now we're also going to get Robbie out for this one, and this is the first time that we're seeing a character on the ground, and we are completely ignoring them, because I've got to be honest, I have no idea what the game expects you to be pulling to get him out to this. So we're just going to go through with Robbie very, very slowly because he isn't a fast character. Walk to the other side of the arcade, take out these guys with the knives. I don't know who that character is. The sprites for the characters in the levels are so nondescript that it's pretty much impossible to tell who's who unless you happen to know the sprites off by heart. I'm going to take out this middle row. You'll notice there's still a ton of enemies remaining on the counter, and that is because they're going to start charging down the central corridor. Like so. It's a good reason we wanted Robbie, because it means we can clip through the arcade machines and then we can still snipe them from a distance away with our rocket launcher. It's a shame we can't get their character. It's the first one that we're just completely ignoring, but it is what it is. This one's also not too bad. We get a lot of duplicates here, which is great. I think they're all of the Elemental Knights, to be honest. We are once again going to go for Mars. Realistically, we're probably going to lose him in this opening onslaught because there are a lot of characters. I don't know why they're running back down already, but we're going to grab the other Mars and hopefully not lose him as well. You'll notice the cars going around. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, you'll notice the cars going around. I'm not sure how dangerous they are, as in their impact on the level. I haven't been run over by any yet, but then I haven't really pushed my luck with them either, so I'm ignoring them as much as I can. But I think they probably will be able to take you out if you get in front of them, based on some of the things later on in the age. But I don't know for sure, I haven't pushed my luck. It's a shame that we're losing that one Mars character. I mean, we got plenty of fast characters still. We still have another Mars because he's one of the characters we've got a duplicate of. But he is one of the ones we've been playing a lot. So it is a bit of a shame to be missing out on them now. It's one less fast character. Hopefully we get another one by the end of the game. In the final world. There isn't another one in the modern age, but there might be one later on. And for a lot of these situations, I would get Robbie out to snipe them from the other side of the wall, because, like I was telling you last time, there's an exploit that allows him to clip through obstacles like this. But these walls are the first ones I found that Robbie's projectiles do not pass through, even if there is no one on higher ground. So we are just going to have to attack it like so. This is another one we're going to get Mars on. I'll be honest, a lot of the stages at this point are either Mars or Verbal. It's basically Mars in any situation, unless you need Verbal's extra versatility in where he can fire. But in pretty much every other situation, you just get Mars out. We can attack these guys from the other side of this barrier. These guys will throw bombs down at us, but if we sit in the right place, namely here, they're far enough away that they won't. Take these guys out, and this bit really scares me. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. I think we might be losing our other Mars, which is a big, big problem. Unless we can... Oh, it's a real shame that we've lost Athra as well. We're just going to have to get Robbie and clean this up before anything else goes wrong. This is the first time I'm losing characters like this, but then to be fair, I was also using a couple of quick saves on my practice attempts, so these things are bound to happen once you're actually playing the game somewhat legitimately. I'm trying to reduce the number of quick saves. As much as they are a modern luxury, I don't want to rely on them. Although this is one that we are going to put a quick save down on, because it is pretty nasty. You have these guys to open. They're not too bad to deal with. And we are going to try and grab this lady up here. The problem is that as you come down from these areas, after fighting off the enemies in them, characters turn up like that to take you out, which is really infuriating. And this is why we put a quick save down, because they happen on the other side as well. It's even worse there because you're in a more of a confined location, plus you got the cars. Yeah, okay, we're gonna have to quick load. Yeah, it's a pretty tough level. I like using Mars, but we've now lost both of them. Big problem for the rest of the playthrough. I mean, again, Verbal is pretty similar in a lot of respects. We can just kind of use him, assuming we don't run face first into a projectile. We can just use Verbal in the majority of situations, but it's just something I really would have rather avoided having to make that call. I'm almost tempted. Oh, I don't know what happened there. He just didn't fire out his projectile. I'd almost be tempted to go and reload the game to get the Marses back. But we'll persevere. It was a mistake, we'll just have to live with it, and I'm really flubbing this here. I'm missing a lot of my shots. Oh, come on. He just stopped firing for some reason. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Can shoot these guys through the car, so they're no danger really. We want to take out this bottom guy with the bomb, and then the rest of them we want to keep, so that we can go and rescue this lady later. Oof, that was close. The other guys should spawn in eventually. Yep, there we go. Again, this side is worst. I'm almost tempted to let both characters spawn. And then let's try with Gascon. Whoa! Flew right by his head. Gave me a spook. Now these guys, if we just cling to the right side of this path, they don't bother attacking us. Luckily we managed to extract Verbal. We just need to be a bit careful coming through here. See? I think the explosions are a lot smaller than the effect makes them out to be. We take this lady, it's Mam, one of the boomerang wielders. They're not that great. Valkyrie's the boomerang holder that we actually care for. And then we just get Robbie, as usual, as our cleanup crew to take out these final couple of guys. Yeah, not on the top of my game today. I was doing better in the practice round a couple of moments ago, but again, just the effects of not having a quick save. This is another one I like doing with Verbal, with Mars, but with Verbal, crap. That's really dampener. This might go very poorly. I might need to make a cut here, because I don't think this is really one that we can really extract characters from, just with the way it's set up. So we might have to cut, because I haven't made a quick save. We'll see. We'll try and pull it off. If we don't, we'll just have to cut. We'll take these guys out on this side. Oh, it's especially bad because it means that we're now ran out of Verbal. Okay, yep. I'm gonna cut. I'll see you guys again in a moment. I think I'm just gonna reload the whole thing and get our Marses back, because they're really important and I don't want to really of getting through this age without them. So I think I'm just going to go and reload the entire age and see how that goes. See you guys again in a moment. Alright then, we are back. We are back. Like I said, we've gone through all of this without losing another character again. Making sure to be a lot more careful on this stage than we were beforehand, because again, really don't want to lose anyone. It's a nightmare to extradite them. This time we've got Mars back, we've got everyone back. And we're going to be a bit more careful with the cars, because I have checked, they definitely run you over if you get too close. That is possibly why people were saying this is the hardest set of levels in the game, just because I was never getting near the cars, so I wasn't getting run over by them. But no, I accidentally walked into one on the way back here. They definitely do kill you. Now you'll notice as we defeat this last enemy, we've still got 4 enemies left to go. That is because every time we get near the goal, another set of 2 appear. That happens twice over. You can shoot people through the cars. So if you see someone just kind of disappear, that's what happened. And there we go. That's that one done. We are definitely quick saving on this one, because this level is a nightmare. I think Mars is the one that I go for this time, just because I think he's got slightly better range than, yes, he definitely has slightly better range than Verbal does, because I've tried this with Verbal, this strategy of shooting them before we get to them through the wall. Verbal can't do that, so Mars definitely has slightly better range than Verbal does. At the cost, of course, not being able to turn while using the special ability. Now, the whole point of this is that you've got conveyor belts slowly taking you towards the enemy. It's not too dangerous once you take out the first kind of set of them on this side. Once you get to this point, there is one little scary moment as we get over here. It's taking out these bottom 2. This top one's fine, because you can just shoot them head on once you get close enough. But these 2 are just a little too far away to get away with that, so you gotta kind of get into their range and attack them before they can turn around to do it. And we are also going to save here as well, because if nothing else, I have learned that trying to do this safely, you often run out of time. I find Verbal's probably best here. The walls and corridors are so thin in this maze that you can't properly aim your attacks around them anyway, so you might as well just go with Verbal for the kind of diagonal attacks. So you can do stuff like that. Most of the time it doesn't really come in handy just because of how the level's designed, but there are a couple of enemies you can get out of the way safely that way. I think you can get at least that guy in this corner. I've definitely gone before. Come on. There we go. And then from this point on, we are just going to have to risk ourselves coming in. It's a bit of a cruel one because it's not quite as head-on as it seems. It's actually slightly in the wrong place. There we go. Well, not slightly in the wrong place. It's not. You can't just walk out and immediately attack them. You've got to angle yourself right. And then with this, we're just going to have to run in. Jump down. Ooh, that's not good. We should be good with... I think at this point, yeah, we just want to get Mars. And we are going to try and grab the characters down there as well. It's just a case of... It's a bit of a tough one to get. There we go. That's what we want. You can hit some of these guys from out here. Yeah, this wall is not physical, or it's not that high, so you can shoot people through it. I think you can technically hit this guy, but clearly you need to be quite accurate with it. This is the scary bit, when you're trying to like squeeze your way through here. The guy with the bomb's still there, so he can hit you that way. There we go. We're just going to get out with verbal. I think with this one, I go with the other verbal. And we're going to take out these two soldiers. Soldiers? We're going to take out these two soldiers. And then we're going to leave the bomb guy alone for now. Because he's going to be our guy that we just keep there while we go and grab the final two characters. Oh, but we are running out of time, so we've got to be quick about this. There we go. I think we might be able to get one, maybe not the other. Because if it runs out of time, we just want to get out of here. I think we'll risk it. It'll be very tight, but we are going to risk it. And then, if not, we just quick save. We quick load. If we do run out of time. But I think we should, assuming we'll do it quick on this last enemy, we should just about get there. Oh, it's going to be close. I think we might be on a quick save. Let's see, can Mars get that last second hit? No. Even if we did, it seems that if you take time hitting them on that final bit, it doesn't count it anyway. But yeah, that's why we put the quick save here, because if nothing else, the time pressure on this stage is pretty intense. You've got a lot of enemies to get through. You have to do it quite carefully. Yeah, you can very easily, as you saw there, run out of time. Trying to play it safe. If you spend too long duking it out with the enemies in this section, very easily you can run out of time. I think we can get rid of him. I think that might have been part of the time delay. I don't know whether we got rid of him last time. Don't think you can't get any of the other ones just because the walls are too tight. I've learned you can now kind of like just peek around the corner and hit that guy. Yep. Yeah, should get rid of these guys while we're here. And then we're gonna have to run down, grab that him. Yep. Like I said, ooh, it was close. I think it was also the fact I had to go and rescue this guy. That might have also been the other time delay. And we should just be able to get him. Yes. Alright, with that, we'll go and grab this guy, and we'll come back through with the other verbal to grab the other guy, escape, and then we'll just leave with one of the other fast characters. Because it turns out you can angle it in this corner, so we should be good. Okay, maybe we'll just, I would say, play it safe. It's the exact opposite. We're playing it quite unsafe. There we go. Right, grab him. And see, we've got plenty of time now. We can just leave. Actually, I think we might go through with Robbie, because it means that we're not kind of risking it going around these walls and stuff. We can just hit him. Now we got all of this time to go with, and I can show you why we're playing with the fast characters so much, even when they're not technically necessary. Just because look how long it takes to get through. With admittedly the slowest class of character in the game, but even so, like, look at this. And why did I go with Robbie? I just remembered that, wait a sec. There's high ground. Oh, okay. So it's strange. The walls do block Robbie's attacks, but they don't count as high ground, which is usually what triggers it. Which usually is what stops him from being able to attack on the ground. Right, we are going to quick save here because I would say discovered a strategy, but what I mean is that while I was looking at the characters' names, I found a exploit for this boss. We want to use a character we haven't used up until now. His name is Zaemon. He is the samurai on the box art of Gain Ground. We're going to very slowly take out these enemies, like so. And then we're going to hope the exploit works. It's worked. Okay, we are going to quick load because we want to keep both of them. We technically have duplicate of Zaemon. Well, there's no technically about it. We do have a duplicate, but there's no point wasting one when we don't have to. If we're putting down a quick save anyway, we might as well use it. I put it down because it's not a reliable strategy. I've tried it 3 times, it worked twice, and then the other time it failed. So, might as well... Oh. Yeah. Sometimes you just kind of clip the bottom side of an enemy like that. And you just have to take it as it comes. Zaemon again. Right. There's clearly triggers for when these characters start moving, but they're not the most consistent. I think maybe we'll take out this middle one first. Ooh, that might not have been the wisest idea. Did it work in our advantage in the end? Right, and now with all of the enemies done, we'll wait a sec. It takes a little while to trigger. But eventually, a giant tank rolls out of the hangar, and we're going to use Zaemon's special attack, which did not work. Fantastic. Okay. We'll try it again. I'll see you once I've beaten out all of those soldiers. Beaten up all of those soldiers again. Alright then. Didn't work the first time, but second time's lucky. I think we did it just a bit too early. I think it's about here we want to use it. It's not working. It was working great beforehand, but now all of a sudden it's doing nothing. That's a bit annoying. Basically, Zaemon's attack can get stuck in the enemy hitbox with big enemies like this, which means it does a ton of damage. Effectively, what you can do is before it even attacks properly, if you hit it at the right time, the tank dies immediately. It's great. But with that, we get through the modern age and enter the final area of the game, the far future, with all of these mechs and robots and stuff. But that is for the finale tomorrow. For now, I hope you enjoyed Gain Ground. I thank you all for watching. Hope you're excited to see more next time, but for now, adios and ciao.